Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're just going to do a soul growth energy check-in, Aries to Pisces. I will timestamp in the description box, okay? This will just be guidance from our ascended masters, our higher dimensional energies, okay? And it'll be for your sun, your moon, and your rising signs, okay? So take what resonates, leave the rest, all right? This is just a check-in. See if there's anything they want to suggest to you at this time or confirm for you that you've been doing, okay? For a soul level kind of growth for this lifetime. All right, so go ahead and get started. Hopefully I have enough space here, and we'll try to make this a quickie check-in. Okay, this will be for the week, a week's worth of energy, right? Whenever you're seeing this. All right, for our Aries, Spirit, what do you have guidance wise? Sun, moon, rising, please. Let's get some guidance from Isis, please, for our Arieses. All right, I'll show you the backside. Love it. That would be Isis and Osiris. So this references that story, okay? Miracle of Isis. Isis offers a miracle healing no matter how much you've struggled with a particular matter, no matter how impossible it may seem to imagine your life without this old wound, addiction, problem, relationship issue, or inner struggle being part of it. You are guided now to accept the possibility of miraculous healing. Let go and let the goddess be. So that means just no matter what's going on right now, you are going to get healing. You're going to get divine help, okay? So have trust. Just keep doing you. Yeah, this might be a confirmation for someone dealing with an old wound, an addiction, some problem, a relationship issue, or inner struggle, okay? All right, let's get one from our boys. And you have Helios, cycles. I'm going to stick him right here. Okay. Helios. Know that personal patterns, positive or negative, may be playing out in your life right now. Plug into the cycles of nature for renewal and vitality. Let's see. Oh yeah, exactly. Going with the flow. Okay. Helios drives his chariot as certainly as the sun rises each day. The rhythm and cycle to the passing of the sun is the catalyst for countless other cycles, such as those of growth, temperature, and season. Pagan peoples watched all the seasonal cycles carefully in order to learn to ride with them, not against them. Okay? This is a lesson modern people could better learn. Allow the energy of Helios into your life illuminates the patterns and cycles in your life, the productive ones and the ones you would rather interrupt or close, right? So maybe a confirmation. This may be some sort of cyclical pattern that you just came out of, okay? Go with the flow. You're getting healing for it. All right, let's get one from the Keepers of the Light. Who else wants to give Aries some guidance at this time? All right, you have charity, prayer, and contemplation. Connect with heaven, ask, and you shall receive, okay? So that just connects with the divine, all right? Whatever prayers or ritual work you do, whatever mantras or affirmations, okay? Just connect with heaven at this time. Connect with all of the higher-ups, okay? Ask and you shall receive, all right? So if you need assistance with that healing, you just say, hey, help me, please. All right, let's get one from Crystal Mandala. I'm not doing the healing process at the end, just the little blurb at the front to get a general idea. And you have number 16 breaks down to a 7. That could mean something for somebody. Angel Bathial and Rose Quartz. Heart Healing. Crystal Angels 444. Get there. Okay. We bring you the gift of heart healing. Over many lifetimes, your beautiful heart has loved and lost and loved again. You have learned how to feel joy, pain, suffering, and bliss. Your wise heart knows that life is filled with darkness and light, and it chooses to love the divine and participate in life anyway. You might worry that your heart has been stretched thin beyond its limit, become closed or broken, yet your heart is filled with divine grace, power, and of course love. It can and will heal itself again to love, bigger, bolder, braver than ever before. Do not doubt the healing power of your heart. There is power in your heart to heal through struggle into joy, and your heart has the gift of helping to heal others with love. Your open, kind heart helps soothe others, bringing comfort and reassurance to the world. Trust your heart and let it heal, and guide you into the most beautiful and loving divine destiny waiting for you. So really tapping into that heart chakra, right? Getting that sucker all cleansed, protected, and activated, okay? And definitely following your intuition for sure, and discernment will help you connect with the divine, your spirit team, your spirit army, whatever you're connecting with, okay? There you go. Have a good one. Bye. All right, Taurus, sun, moon, rising. Spirit, what do you have for Taurus at this time? Please and thank you. All right, you have, this one also wanted to come out as well. I'll show you the back side. You have the key of life. The Ankh portends new life being born through you now. This new life being born in whatever form will enrich your life, bringing you more into wholeness and fulfillment. Do not give up on your creative destiny. Stay with it. You are flowing in the right direction, and you have spiritual support from the unseen worlds. Let it happen. You also have this one want to come up face out. Stay true and be in your power. You're a sovereign divine being with spiritual authority and freedom within. You do not need permission from anyone to be who you are and live your life as you so choose. This is your divine birthright. Guard it as the precious treasure that it is, and remember that you are a divine being, free to be you. Okay? So definitely keep going with your creativity, okay? This also indicates maybe a little bit of sacral chakra love and solar plexus love, okay? All right. From our boys, you actually got two. All right. First one out, you have Thor, action. The time has now passed for waiting and inertia. Real action is necessary. Trust that you are protected and supported while you move forward, okay? You also have a cut. I'm going to put that there so we can see everybody. Dedication. All right. It is time to complete a current project and dedicate yourself to your next venture. It is safe to commit. So whatever you're thinking about, okay, at this time. Let's get one from our Keepers of the Light Spirit for Taurus, please. All right. You have charity. Aries just got that, so that might be significant too at this time. Prayer and contemplation. Connect with heaven. Ask and you shall receive. Okay? All right. Spirit from the Crystal Mandala for Taurus, please. All right. All right. Let me get to that page for you real quick. The very first card, so it tells me there's a new beginning on the way. All right. You have Archangel Metatron in clear quartz, power. Crystal Angels 444. Together we bring you the gift of power. Spiritual power enables you to trust in your higher guidance, no matter what appears to be happening in your life. Psychological and emotional power enables you to transform through evolving your belief systems and processing your emotions, through which you gain wisdom. Physical power gives you the strength to take action on the matters that serve your life path. This gift of power is safe for you to receive because you will use it to fulfill your divine destiny, which in turn supports all beings, okay? There you go, Taurus. I love it. Have a good one. Follow your other placements. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Let's see what the higher-ups have to say. One piece from the Isis Oracle. Beautiful. Show you the backside. Happy family. Divine Sun Child. Let me see if I can put that there. Blessings of the sun flow to you now. So you might need to get some sun. Sun might be important. It is time to allow your life to flourish without limits, to let your light burn bright and without veil, just like the midsummer sun burning without contest in the Egyptian desert. It is your time to shine bright. So, time for light, right? Entering light. Definitely put light on something, right? Work the daytime possibly too. That might be helpful, all right? Let's get one from our gods. You have Green Man, abundance. Love it. Might have to go outside in nature during the daytime. Ugh, love the Green Man. Prosperity and growth are bursting forth. Any seeds you plant now will flourish. So this could literally be go out and garden. You may need it. You might get some prolific messages in the process too. Get your hands in the dirt. Planting seeds literally could be a thing, right? I know I'll be doing that. This Gemini will be doing that. We got a lot of that to do actually. All right, let's get one from our Keepers of the Light Spirit for Gemini. And you have Saint Germain, Karma Releasing. Let me just stick him down here. Okay. Move beyond drama. Create your own path. Make room for good energy. So maybe you might be doing some cleanup as well. Maybe to transmute. Maybe practicing transmutation at this time. That might be an indicator for somebody. Clearing out karmic-y stuff. Things that create drama, right? Things that feel limiting. Let's get final guidance from the Crystal Mandala. Oh, beautiful. You have card number 54, Goddess Pele and Lava Stone. Melt into divine desire. Where is she? All right. We bring you the empowerment of melting into divine desire. There is a time and a place on the spiritual path for detachment. The ability to step back and perceive from a neutral perspective can bring great clarity. There is a time for the mind to become clear and peaceful and open to the divine guidance, even if that means temporary loss for greater long-term gain. There is also a time to melt into divine desire, to allow your passion to motivate and inspire you to attain great progress on your divine life journey, where less fervent longing could not. Desire doesn't have to be a distraction from your divine path. It can be a way you discover what has meaning for you and what you feel strongly enough about to never give up on. So there may be some sort of creative epiphanies happening, putting your hands in that dirt, planting seeds, right? It could also just be you being out in the sun or out in nature and bam, you get ideas, right? Okay, that will actually manifest into more tangible things for you at this time, okay? And create that abundance that Green Man's talking about. All right, there you go. Have a good one. Bye. All right, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. Spirit, what do you have for Cancer at this time? All right, beautiful. I think Taurus got this one. You have Miracle of Isis. Isis offers a miracle healing no matter how much you've struggled with a particular matter, no matter how impossible it may seem to imagine your life without this old wound, addiction, comma, problem, so it could be either, relationship issue, or inner struggle being part of it. You are guided now to accept the possibility of miraculous healing. Let go and let the goddess be. So go with the flow. There's healing coming in for you regarding this. So if you're still struggling with something, okay, just have faith. You'll get through it, all right? There's probably still a little more to do, right? Maybe there's some epiphany on learning a new healing method or something, right? Could also just be a test as well. You have Achilles here with confidence. Could also be an opportunity to strengthen your solar plexus a bit more. You might need that at this time. Achilles, where are you, buddy? There you are. You are strong, worthy, and confident. Step forward in courage, knowing you can achieve exactly what you desire. Growing your self-esteem from the inside out rather than relying on others for your measure of worthiness may be a message that you could heed, okay? So that might also identify what's been going on around you as well. Okay. Let's get one from our Keepers of the Light. See who else wants to come out and talk. Oh, beautiful. That would be a good way to help strengthen your solar plexus too. All right, you have Gaia. Let's stick her there. Earth connection. Be mindful of the planet. Come back to Earth. Stay grounded, okay? You might need to just do some more earthy things right now, especially anything that helps you kind of strengthen your confidence, right? Maybe there's activities you could do at this time too that will help you conquer fears outside, okay? So think of whatever fears you got, like even the smallest ones. You know, like if you've got a fear of heights, maybe try zip line or something, right? Like that's an outdoor thing. Or rock climbing or, you know, something along those lines, right? So, I mean, get creative with that. That may be the little extra push you need for that miracle healing too at this time, okay? Let's get one from our Sumandala. All right. And you have, I'm going to put it, there we are. Number 13, Archangel Adnachiel and Tiger's Eye. Tiger Spirit Rises. Crystal Angels 444. We bring you the gift of the Tiger Spirit Rising. You are being empowered with a truth more potent than fear. I knew I was going to talk about fear. Okay. Your spirit is rapidly expanding beyond what opinion and logic can contain. It needs to be free to run wild with divine grace in the world. Your life, your destiny, your divine fulfillment requires you to have the courage to roar for love, to refuse to be put down, to respect yourself, and to let your untamed loving heart be free. Your spirit creates a field of divine electricity through your body and mind that can liberate others from conformity and social conditioning. So that could be a clue too as well, how you can tackle fears. Maybe there's something that you've been told not to do because it's just not liked, right? But it's something you wanted to do. Maybe this is your cue to go do it, right? As your tiger spirit rises, you excite and empower the tiger spirit in others to rise above conditioning as they discover the wild divine spirit being that they are in truth. Okay? There you go. Have a good one. All right, Leo, sun, moon, rising. Let's see what we got for you. Spirit, what do you have for Leos at this time? All right, beautiful. Serpent of Fire. Do not assess your current ability based on past standards, as they no longer apply to you. You are stronger and more powerful now than you have been before. You need to learn afresh what you are capable of, and Isis helps you now. I usually get this card when I'm about to hit some sort of spiritual upgrade, okay? Learn some new technique or some aspect of whichever category of light work I'm needing help on, okay? So that may be a clue for you. You've got some new things that, you know, you're fully capable of doing. You are absolutely capable of. And learning afresh is just a fancy way of saying, hey, your higher self knows this. You've done this before in a past life. Now it's time for you to apply it in this life, right? And it could also just be, too, something that you've got a hint of that you weren't sure you were ready to do before. You're ready now, okay? Oh, beautiful. You have Thor. Action. The time has now passed for waiting and inertia. Real action is necessary. Trust that you are protected and supported while you move forward. Interesting. Okay. You can call upon Thor when you need some real action. He is a brilliant rut buster, someone who will forcefully make action happen. If you feel inertia, tiredness, or frustration that things are not manifesting, call upon Thor and his mighty hammer to smash a way through. Yet, he is protective of his own. You can feel safe knowing that Thor's might will shield you as you move forward into the unknown. Thor was also a poet, not just an action man. So, should you feel that you cannot take a more sensitive route, if you are the very manly type, follow Thor's lead and be the best of both worlds, okay? So, like diversifying, right, may be a thing in this situation. Or combining two very unlikely things to pair up and have them pair up, right? Too unusual or not common, I would say. Because it's totally likely, right? Anything is possible. Let's get one from the Keepers of the Light Spirit for our Leos. Beautiful. You have Lady Nada, Heart Awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance, okay? So maybe you're going to be balancing a couple things, right? And it may be something that could be a gift for the greater good or for other people, right? Like this might be part of your purpose, okay? And it's definitely going to be heart chakra oriented, okay? There's a lot of flowers there too, so maybe floral aspects are important at this time. Pink specifically, that can be a sacral chakra color as well. Oh, and heart chakra. Okay. Typically it's green and orange, but they also have pink in some cultures. Let's get one, please. Oh, beautiful. All right. You have card number 49, Goddess Maya and Ruby Aura Quartz, Searing Presence. There you are. We bring you the empowerment of Searing Presence. This empowerment enables you to see truth unveiled, naked divinity in all its beauty and mystery. In your willingness to become present, you shall witness the truth that will set your spirit free and make your heart come alive with divine love. No lie, deception, fear, or agenda remains hidden in Searing Presence, the ruthless compassion of which distills pure truth. With this empowering, you are going to see what you need to see. You're going to be able to see the truth that there is only ever love seeking to free, heal, and discover itself. You will feel the grace that permeates your life and assists all beings. All impatience, doubt, uncertainty, and confusion shall give way, becoming soft, like wax melted by a lit candle, and only this beautiful light of truth shall remain. Beautiful. Love it. There you go, guys. Hopefully that helps. Follow your other placements, okay? Bye. All right. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Yes. Spirit, what do we have for Virgos at this time? Please and thank you, Isis. How say you, darling? I'm going to go ahead and just pull the cards right now, just so I have a little bit of space to work with. All right, my dudes, who wants to step up to the plate for Virgo? Ooh, nice. All right. And Keepers of the Light, which one of y'all want to come through? For Virgo, please. All right. Ooh, beautiful. Leo got that one. That might be significant to someone. Even if it's another placement, that's okay. All right. It might be one that you need to focus on right now. And one from Crystal Mandala. Thank you. All right. So the card we have is the Brother in Darkness. All right. This could end. Usually I get this card whenever I feel like I need to work on some wounded masculine energy of mine. Okay. So there may be something there. This could be an energy around you. It could just be dealing with negative energy in general. Typically energies of like envy, jealousy, vindictiveness, spitefulness, that kind of energy. Could be pure hate, because it does talk about Set, okay, in the story here. And he was hugely jealous of his brother. Oh, and his nephew, apparently. Okay, so someone that was just very greedy and wanting to get to the throne before anyone else, not having earned it, that kind of thing. So that could be an energy you're dealing with. Whenever negative energy is present, it is a sign that we are ready to move more deeply into our feminine divine power. You shall overcome any negative energy with grace and triumph. Stay in your heart. There is no need to be afraid, okay? You do need that feminine energy to help heal the masculine. So this card is definitely one of those things where it tells you you might need to do a little recalibration on your masculine and feminine energies, okay? But here's the beautiful part. You got Maui, discovery. So you may be discovering what the issue might be, right? Or just having a sense of wonderment as to what to do, right? Like you may be in that rebirthy kind of phase right now where it's like you don't know where to go next, right? So Maui, discovery. Feel eager again for discovery and adventure. Curiosity may assist you to break barriers and solve problems. All right? Let's see. Call on Maui when you are embarking on solving a difficult problem and that solution seems far away, or when you need to find a little of the hero within yourself. You may want to go look at his story. It's actually quite wonderful. There's quite a few things where he accidentally discovered stuff as well as got trickstery a little bit. So you may like be able to fine tune what you're experiencing by maybe taking a page out of his story, right? Lady Nada, heart awakening. Awaken to the acceptance and divine love. Give and receive and balance. Okay, so definitely some balancing act here. Pink flowers really struck me. Things that are blooming, right, and healing. And those are roses. Roses are all about self-care, self-love, that sort of thing. Pink is also a synonymous color to the orange color of the sacral chakra, as well as the green color of the heart chakra. So you might need to balance the two out. Those two I would start with, okay? And then just get curious about new things. You might be learning new ways to do that, okay? You have card number 41, Goddess Ishtar, and Astro Flight, Daring Rebirth. What did I say about rebirth? Oh my goodness. I didn't even look at this. Love it. Love it when it surprises me like that. All right. We bring you the empowerment of daring rebirth. The bold spirit in you claims the divine defiance of the phoenix. It refuses defeat at every turn, no matter who or what may be seeking to overpower your spirit, your peace, your loving heart, and your wild optimism. And Maui was full of wild optimism. You shall triumph in a divine and daring rebirth. Do not limit yourself with expectations, whether from another or your own mind. There is so much possible for you, a radically different and new you to become. Believe, and so shall it be. Okay, Virgo? There you go. Have a good one. Bye. All right, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. Spirit, we're going to go ahead and just pull all the cards. Make it go nice and quick. All right, Isis, what do you have for Libra at this time? Please and thank you, gorgeous, darling, beautiful Isis. Let's get one, please. All right. Not going to look at that yet. All right, let's get one for our boys. Which boy wants to come through? Which God wants to come through? We got two. Okay. And Keepers of the Light. Who else? Anyone else? All right. Trying to be a little bit less messy over here. And final guidance from Crystal Mandala, please, for Libra, Sun, and Rising. All right. First card out, using the backside. You have Soul Retrieval. Isis, healing goddess, now offers you spiritual restoration and deep soul healing through the art of soul retrieval, reclaiming pieces of you lost through trauma, old and new. Soon you will enjoy greater wellness, energy, and power. So be willing to go through the healing process, knowing that any emotional clearing taking place is leading you to wholeness, okay? Then you have, ooh, nice. You have Apuk, fear, and raw power. These two together. That's basically strength over fear, right? Like that confidence, that solar plexus boost to kind of like power through some fear, right? Whatever that may be. You're going to have to do that. Oftentimes it's our fears that prevent us from healing traumas, right? We're just afraid to face something that was traumatizing, right? So you might have to have that strength to do it. Your solar plexus might need some love. Ra is a sun god, right? You might need to get out and get more sun too, okay? Let's talk about that. Apuk, fear. Examine your fears. Really, what is there to be afraid of? You are being asked to confront what frightens you and see if it has any validity, right? Let's see. Anything else? Fear in all its forms comes into our consciousness. Ask yourself what you're most afraid of. Is it real? What can we do to break the hold fear has? All these questions must be considered and answered if we are to move forward with ease and peace, okay? Raw power. Know that you have the power and it's real. This card is an invitation to be your most vital self and develop your power from inside out, to become fully alive. When we feel depleted or powerless, that is not honoring our birthright. True power is always a pure and good force. Developing practices that enable us to increase our inner power, for example, meditation or spellcraft, can help us retain a good level of energy. This means we can feel empowered even under difficult circumstances. Ra also calls you to go outside to receive the blessings of the sun. And you may actually, I usually get this too, not just for rejuvenation of our bodies, you know, to help us overcome the feeling of tiredness and confusion, but usually I get some sort of download with it as well. I mean, even if, you know, I can't face the sun because, you know, I don't tan, I burn. But what I love doing is sort of like sit in the sun with my back to the sun. And that really, really, really does help a lot, right? A majority of our chakras are actually like through our bodies. They're not in front of our bodies 100%. Like the big bulk of it is actually on the backside. So you can actually like charge up your solar plexus that way as well, by doing that. But it also kind of just warms up your throat chakra. It warms up your crown. It just warms up everything, right? That your body is facing towards the sun, right? And the way I just sit is I sit in a way where my entire spine is getting sun love, okay? Warming up. Even if it's just 5-10 minutes a day, you know, and if I have to wear long sleeves, I do, okay? So that may be something that might help at this time as well. You might get some pings of some kind that way. From, upside down. Keepers of Light, you have Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, and trust your inner voice, okay? And he too is meditating in the sun. You know, he's got sun bright behind him. He's glowing with it. All right, that might be something for you. Number 41, Goddess Ishtar and Astrophyllite, Daring Rebirth. So you may be going through a rebirth process, and this is necessary at this time. We bring you the empowerment of daring rebirth. The bold spirit in you claims the divine defiance of the phoenix. It refuses defeat at every turn, no matter who or what may seek to overpower your spirit, your peace, your loving heart, and your wild optimism, you shall triumph in a divine and daring rebirth. Do not limit yourself with expectations, whether from another or your own mind. There is so much possible for you, a radically different and new you to become. Believe, and so shall it be. Virgo also just got this card as well, despite shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. So wherever you have high aspect Virgo or Virgo placements, that may be relative to this as well. That might give you a little hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Okay? There you go. Have a good one. Bye. All right. For Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Spirit, what do we have? Ice, darling. I'm going to go ahead and just pull all the cards right now since they're easy to access. Isis, darling. All right, Libra just got that one. So pay attention to where Libra is in your chart. Okay? That may be significant here. Our dudes. Beautiful. Stick these here. Keepers of the light, please. Which keeper wants to come on out? For Scorpio at this time. Sun, Moon, Rising. Oh, you got two, and one of them has been with a couple of signs, actually. My bad, I don't remember which ones. I want to say Virgo is one of them. Okay, at the very least. Okay. All right, Crystal Mandala, please. Which one wants to come out? Oh, beautiful. I got that one earlier today. So Gemini might be significant in your chart as well, okay? All right, you have soul retrieval. Isis, healing goddess, now offers you spiritual restoration and deep soul healing through the art of soul retrieval, reclaiming pieces of you lost through trauma, old and new. Soon, you will enjoy greater wellness, energy, and power. So be willing to go through the healing process, knowing that any emotional clearing taking place is leading you to wholeness. You also, love it. Anubis, protection. He means business, okay? Yes. Grief and suffering are a natural part of life. Know that you are loved and protected at this time and at all times. Let's see what else we can mention here. Besides his history, vast history. If you're affected by death, okay, it could be actual death. My condolences if that's the case. But this could be an end to a situation as well. Maybe you've had to leave something behind, right? Maybe it was something that freed you, right? And you're now getting some lost pieces, right? And you're just going to kind of have to go through some emotional clearing with it, okay? It also says, allow Anubis to relieve your grief and suffering. Know that the person who has died has a soul which Anubis is carefully protecting and watching over. So it's all good. It's all meant to happen, okay? This was time. It was time, like it was divine timing, okay? From the Keepers of Light, you have Lady Nada, Heart Awakening. Awaken to the acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance, okay? You also have Sanat Kumara, Light Activation. Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear, okay? From Crystal Mandala, you have number 53. Goddess Shiwamu and Stromatolite. Rare success. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I'm going to have to refresh myself on this one. I've read so many by now. Okay. We bring you the empowerment of rare success. You are bringing something utterly unique, special, and precious to the world. While there are creations that are worthwhile and valuable which can manifest swiftly, there are others that are labors of love, requiring diligence, strength, and long-term commitment to bring them into the world. Okay, so this might be a process, all right, for you. And labor of love may be a signifier, and it could be something you create, right, that would assist in the process. These exquisite creations are the divine manifestations of rare success, that which shall stand the test of time and offer a legacy of comfort, encouragement, and divine grace for generations to come. Okay? So if it's with regards to actual death, right? Maybe there's something creative in funerary therapy services or something along those lines, right? Could be some sort of, grief counseling or something along those lines too, okay? Maybe you might be able to offer classes or seminars or something, right? So take it how it resonates for you. The thing I'm thinking of is just sort of like art therapy for grief counseling, right? Which offers an activity where folks can come together and chit chat while they're doing something creative, right? And that's also naturally healing as well. Because they're already coming into a situation feeling fragmented, right? That's that soul retrieval, okay? So you may actually be able to lead by example here because you've gone through it, right? I'm picking up on that heavy as well. All right, Scorpio, hopefully that helps. Follow your other placements, all right? If any of the others also might give you some clues too. Have a good one. All right, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Spirit. What do we got? Let's get one from Isis, please. Gorgeous, darling Isis. Guidance for Sagittarius at this time. Okay. I already know which one that is based on its look. I'm going to stick it right here for right now. Okay. Let's get one from our gods. Boys, how say you for Sag? And a couple folks got that one as well, okay? Trying to remember who now. Taurus may have gotten it, I think. Maybe Leo. So whichever placements that is in your chart, okay, that might be significant at this time. All right, Keepers of the Light, Spirit, who wants to come out? Okay. And Crystal Mandala, please, for Sagittarius. All right. I meant to do that. Give me a sec here, guys. All right. From Isis, you have the Brother in Darkness. So I usually see this as a wounded masculine kind of heads up, right? Or it could actually be some negative energy around you, okay? Typically, someone that might carry the personality or energy in general that might carry the personality of Set in Egyptian mythology, okay? It's very vindictive, spiteful, angry, hateful, jealous, envious, coveting, just an overall bad sport, okay, in general. So that might be something you're dealing with this time, okay? Whenever negative energy is present, it is a sign that we are ready to move more deeply into our feminine divine power. You shall overcome any negative energy with grace and triumph. Stay in your heart-centered, right? There is no need to be afraid, okay? So obviously this is going to be something that kind of triggers, okay? And it's really just illusory, okay? From the gods deck, you have Hermes, communication. He was the god of divine communication as well, divinatory practice. Also just about communication in general. Mercury energy, that is who Hermes is Mercury, okay? Ruled by Aquarius, so that might be significant to someone. Okay, let's see. The spotlight is on your communication skills. This is a time to develop your emotional intelligence and integrity, okay? So this could also be, since it's here, those who rely on being able to communicate in an outstanding way for their living, for example, those in sales, retail, teaching, and even politics could do well to honor Hermes regularly. Telecommunications and devices used to transmit messages, for example, mobile phones and computers, are also under his jurisdiction. So bless your equipment, may assist in keeping them reliable. We are not during a Mercury retrograde just yet, so but this may be something to pay attention to those types of things at this time. There might be something significant going on. Developing your skills in emotional and rational intelligence and being able to express with honesty in real time is something that Hermes encourages. Also, it may be, well, time to consult your favorite means of divination regularly during this period. Okay? He was definitely a divine messenger. Yeah, he was certainly Mr. Pony Express for the gods on Mount Olympus. So, next up you have hope, love, and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts, okay? Again, with that heart-centeredness. And I just realized nobody can see the top here. That's a little better. All right. Here we go. All right. From the Crystal Mandala deck, you have number 19, Ascended Master Serapis Bay and Clear Calcite. Karmic Grace. I think we can do a better job there. We bring you the blessing of karmic grace. There are many ways to learn and grow. Some ways are joyful and some more challenging. Sometimes a challenge can be best resolved through profound struggle that forces you to transform in such a way that you can never go back to what has been. The struggle might have been deeply painful for the mind, body, and emotions, and yet what is gained from that experience is a multiplicity of blessings: personal power, freedom, insight, self-respect, and wisdom. These qualities then help you live a better life where the past pain need not be repeated. Blessings can, at other times, be gained through joyful experience. Sometimes the struggle is what will bring you the greatest spiritual progress. Sometimes a more joyful path will be how you grow best. The universe loves you with such passion that you should never be denied what you most need and what shall help you fulfill your divine destiny. So go with the flow, okay? If it's a challenge, embrace it. If it is joyful, embrace it. If it's both, embrace it. There's usually, you got both, right? Still no need to be afraid, right? Stay in your heart space, okay? There you go. Follow your other placements, all right? Bye. All right, Spirit, what do we have for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising at this time? Isis, darling, how say you? Let's get a good shuffle. All right. I'm actually going to put her over here. Let's get one from the Gods and Titans. How say you guys? All right. And Keepers of the Light. Who wants to come on out? For our Capricorns. Guidance from the Crystal Mandala. Who wants to come out? Capricorn, please. Thank you. Beautiful. All right. So I'm going to show you the backside here. That would be Isis and her son Horus. Her twin flame sun. All right. Eye of Horus. The Eye of Horus brings divine perception, protection, and insight. You are gifted with certain spiritual abilities, including divine sight, that are awakening and growing now. You have much divine support and protection so that you may grow your abilities and serve others with your divine gifts. Trust your perception and know that you are divinely protected. And given that both of these guys are represented by falcons or hawks, I think it's falcons, if you see those smaller birds of prey in pairs, even better so, a mother and child, baby bird, even better, okay? Maybe mom's teaching baby bird to fly or something, okay? And hunt down and have that sight, right? They might be flying high, okay? That might be significant to you at this time. But you have perception, protection, and insight coming, okay? Of the highest height possible, okay? You have Ganesha, obstacles. Love this elephant guy. All right. The remover and placer of obstacles, okay? Travel, open. Oh, I'm reading Garuda. So Garuda might be important at this time for you regarding travel. There we go. Ganesha, obstacles. Obstacles are removed or placed for good reason. Invite in a drama-free life. Ganesha is also the patron of writers having penned the epic Mahabharata and the perfect deity to call upon to break the obstacle of writer's block. So that might be significant to someone. Ganesha not only takes away obstacles, he places them too. We are reminded that sometimes obstacles are in our way in order for us to change direction and steer towards the path that is best for us. Sometimes, too, we make our own dramas and our own obstacles. Procrastination is just one such way that we create our own pressures and stop our own achievements, okay? And you have faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world, okay? So don't get so hung up if there's going to be some issues going on with whatever you've got going on right now. This could be for a lot of different folks, even a few things Ganesha does help with, okay? And Garuda did, since I mentioned Garuda, there could be travel, right? Like it could also just be hustle and bustle from travel as well, all right? You are protected. For those that are traveling at this time, you may have obstacles placed or removed, right? There's always delays for some reason. Just go with it, okay? Yeah, I'm imagining a busy airport right now with these three cards. Like really busy airport. People rushing from gate to gate, you know, missing their connecting, you know, all of that. And we're going to have more of that. I've noticed that since the pandemic began, you know, they've lessened the amount of flights. You know, even in the United States where I'm at, trying to get from one state to 3 states over, you're still having a connecting flight for some reason. It's like, are you kidding me? It's a 2-hour flight. It should be direct. So I'm imagining there's a lot of busyness going on, a lot of chaos a little bit, you know, with travels and things, depending on when you're going, right? And how you're going. So just be patient through that process, okay? I'm imagining that as well. You are protected. Pay attention to the world around you. There may be signs and synchronicities or obstacles that you're seeing being moved, like paths being cleared on the fly as well. For some reason, I just imagine like the parting of waters, right? Just at the most optimum time. For Crystal Mandala, you got card number 33, good news. All right, 3s are all about good news. They're also about your Ascended Masters assisting at this time. How prophetic with this card, right? You have Ascended Master Helios and Citrine. Helios is a sun god, so you might need to get some sun, go outside. Get to his page here. Your time to shine. All right. Almost there. It's a very thick book. We bring you the blessing of your time to shine. On the divine path, you gain empowerment through surrender and alignment with divine consciousness greater than your own. As you choose to surrender into higher consciousness through prayer and intention, you are held in a field of divine protection. The Eye of Horus there, right? So you might be amidst humanity in a chaotic sort of way, but there's things there that are going to pop off for you, right? You might be called to do something prolific for somebody. You also gain strength, wisdom, and understanding. You release fear and gain love's power. You become increasingly radiant, discovering more of your own divine identity. At some point on your path, while this is always happening for you on the inner planes, you will be ready to perform a similar function on the outer planes, in the world of forms, right? This is when you'll be asked to bravely shine your light to help those in need, perhaps lost or in darkness of some sort in the physical world. So that could be literally somebody's lost at the airport and don't know where to go, and you can point them in the right direction, right? And maybe, just maybe, brighten their day and give them hope, right? Of some kind, faith in a way, some kind of promise of goodness and humanity, benevolence, right? There you go, Capricorn. Follow your other placements too, all right? Bye. All right, Spirit for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. What do you got? Let's get one from Isis, please, darling. Gorgeous. For Aquarius, this is. That one just flew perfectly like that. All right. Love it. I don't think we've gotten that one yet. It's good. All right. Which God wants to come out? At this time, please and thank you. And from our Keepers of the Light deck, which Ascended Master wants to come out for us, please. All right. And from the Crystal Mandala deck. Bear with this deck's a little tough. It's one of those larger oracle decks that's got thicker cardstock, like a way thicker cardstock. All right, so you have Portal of Light. It is only this physical reality that is bound by time and space. You are a conscious being on levels beyond the physical world. You are guided to work with your healing powers beyond the confines of time and space. You will not become ungrounded through such spiritual work. You are not leaving your earthly connection behind. You are merely adding to it, okay? So if most of your work has been tangible, right, you might be needing to connect more to other dimensions at this time, okay? Something beyond the physical world. Maybe something that connects to the physical world. Mediumship does come to mind, and gatekeeper. But grid work could also fall under this category as well. But something along those lines, where you're not just healing people, right? Like, or earth or something like that. You're actually kind of like trying to transcend through 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, etc. dimensions, right? Other planes of existence kind of thing as well. So that might be something you want to experience. Portals might be specific. I really do see the portals there as well. The gatekeeper might be a thing for somebody, okay? From the Gods and Titans, ooh, you have Set. All right, Chaos. The Walking Tower moment. All right. You might be doing some sort of dealing with chaotic energy, right? Trust that chaos is a part of the process of change. Things sometimes need to fall apart to reform into your desires. Hold your intention. All right. Set was certainly demonized by the followers of Horus. The people of the desert still honored him with major temples dedicated to him in remote areas. Well, Horus was definitely not a happy guy. Very jealous of his siblings and his nephew. But he did other cool stuff, Current archaeological thinking is that Set was not always the demon or murderer that he had been portrayed as. Instead, was the victim of a political smear campaign. As Pharaoh Menes decided to unify Upper and Lower Egypt, a natural competition formed between both, politically, commercially, and it seems even spiritually. Horus was the patron of Lower Egypt and Set the Upper. The followers both fought literally over who would be the patron of both, and finally the followers of Horus reigned victorious. Set was figuratively or perhaps even literally exiled to the fury of the desert for eternity. Know that not all is lost. There is such thing as necessary chaos. Sometimes things need to fall apart so they can reform into what you really want. While we're in that space, all seems confused and hopeless, yet we need to trust that our intentions are being honored and that we're simply in a place of transition. There's also a yin to a yang, a dark to a light, an east to a west. Not one is better than the other, they just are. We must gently recognize duality in ourselves for maximum spiritual growth. Perhaps you are seeing one and not the other at present, and this is causing an imbalance. So you might need duality in this situation, okay? Balancing act of that, all right? Yeah, as Set has a darker energy, it's worth exploring the emotions of jealousy and ethicless competition. Set, in some myths, was prepared to win at any cost, something that is almost always destructive. Okay, so that's something to be mindful of. Well, that could be an identifier. And Gaia has come up quite a bit. It is nearly springtime, so that's a hint, hint, nudge, nudge. She misses us. Earth connection, be mindful of the planet, come back to Earth, stay grounded. So whatever this is, it could very well be like gatekeeping of some kind, okay? You might be actually connecting to Earth more directly through her portals, okay? From the Crystal Mandala, you have number 27, Ascended Master Saint Germain and Amethyst, spiritual connection. He's also the keeper of the violet flame for transmutation stuff. Okay, and then now I see why Set showed up. Okay. Talk about balancing peace energetically. Alrighty. So you might have to go to more war-torn areas. Okay, that might be a huge hint. Areas where there's dissent or, historically a lot of political upset or, all the things that Set had gone through, right? Okay. There may be areas of wherever you're at locally that might need some, spiritual healing of the land, more specifically. There may be some sort of energy around a portal, or more an energy portal that might be a little bit affected, okay? I'm immediately thinking, if you're in the United States, for example, you don't have to go very far, right? You could easily go to, Gettysburg, right, and do that. I think Gettysburg has a portal somewhere near it, okay? So that's just one example, all right? We bring you the blessing of spiritual connection. There are times on your life path when you will feel alone. If you are working on an issue or going through a challenging time, don't feel particularly supported or that others understand, even though they may love you, then that sense of loneliness may increase for a time. Or perhaps you wonder if you're as spiritually connected as you could be. And this may be an indication to start being next level spiritual connection, right? Perhaps you've been asking for confirmation of your divine connection or for some sort of sign that you think might be divine guidance is genuine. This oracle comes with a message. You are capable of conscious spiritual connection, and that connection is growing in power every time you talk to the universe through prayer or any act of devotion. So, verbal manifestation might be important here, okay? That's what I'm getting from this. Could be a mantra. Since transmutation, the pillar of light is something I use. There's a video of it in the how-tos, I think. I purposely put that one out. That one's important. That one works for me for sure. And you can do it while you're visualizing the violet flame, for example. Okay? So verbal manifestation might be hugely powerful at this time for you, using your voice, right? You are also asked to release any barriers around your heart, so heart chakra work, right? And mind, crown, third eye. So you can allow the unconditionally loving voice of spirit to be heard in your heart and soothe your mind. Clairaudience might be specific at this time as well, okay? Hopefully that helps. Have a good one. All right, bye. All right, last but certainly not least, Pisces. Spirit, what do you have for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Isis, darling? Now say you. I'm going to go ahead and pre-pull all the cards for you, just so it's easier. Oof, he has come up a lot. Okay, so I can't recap every placement this card has showed up in, but you're going to need to definitely follow your other placements, okay? In fact, he has showed up quite a bit. I want to say he showed up in another card in Aquarius, so that might be significant to you at this time. think Scorpio had it. Leo might have had it. And Taurus, I think, had it. Okay? I could be wrong, but just barely remember, all right? Definitely go check your other placements, okay? I recognize it by the back of the card. We'll get to it. Give me a sec there. All right, from Keepers of the Light. What guidance, please, for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising? And from Crystal Mandala, please. That one. Okay, so you have the brother in darkness. It all talks about set. God set. I can fix that. All right. Very competitive energy, ethicsless. I mean, he was just darker energy in general, negative energy, but grossly misunderstood as well. I think he was sort of like, I really got sort of a vibe with his story, because it changes all the time depending on its perception, where it comes from too, as Egypt got divided between lower and higher, upper. That he was really just sort of the black sheep, persona non grata of the family, okay? So we may be talking to a black sheep. All those that typically waken, that's who we are. We're usually the weird ones. So, or feel like we're the weird ones, right? We may still be accepted, but at the same time, we're not completely vibing with what everybody else is doing, or we might feel pressured to, okay? So the brother in darkness, whenever negative energy is present, it is a sign that we're ready to move more deeply into our feminine divine power. I also saw this card as like there's some sort of wounded masculine energy I might have, and I may need to tap into my sacral chakra and Empress up a bit more, okay? You shall overcome any negative energy with grace and triumph. Stay in your heart. So heart-centered practice. There's no need to be afraid, okay? Fear is an illusion. I also see this card as like recognizing energies around me, right? And then helps me kind of like navigate that energy as I go. So it doesn't affect me, right? I come from a heart space. It doesn't make me fear. In the Gods deck, you have a cut. Dedication. Yes. And I'm feeling guided to read the shadow side as well, okay? It is time to complete a current project and dedicate yourself to your next venture. It is safe to commit. Oh. I'm going to go ahead and read this one anyway because it's funny. All right, let's go. He's also the patron god of tattooists, apparently, in the Mayan culture. The ancient Mayans were a tattooed people. Not just a purely decorative art to them, tattoos proved a clan identity and were seen as a rite of passage and direct injection of divine power. It was believed that when you tattooed a god or his symbology upon your skin, some of the energy and power of that god remained with you always. Okay? So if you plan to get a tattoo, you can say a short prayer to a god prior to your session to help the tattooist do his or her best work on you. When a god is present with you, and when he comes up, it may be a sign that it's time to dedicate yourself to a new project or path, or consider completing a rite of passage, where you need the strength or courage to adhere to what you have promised. Soul contracts included, okay? A Khat is there to assist you to hold the line, since we're talking about soul growth, right? Think about what's in your soul contracts, okay? On the shadow side, some people have a habit of starting things and never completing them. If this becomes a repeating pattern in your life, it can be a real issue. Perhaps it relates to education, enrolling in one course after another but not completing any of them, or not being able to fully commit emotionally to anyone or anything, or not being able to fulfill a contract, including the soul contract, right? Calling upon a god to help you stay on the path that you have chosen can be useful, okay? So you need that boost of strength. Stay in your heart. There's no need to be afraid, right? And Kernunos came out, Life Force, love it. This may have an indication for you to go out and like connect with Earth as well, okay? Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. That usually tells me too, there's more to it. Let me get out the book on this one. That your sacral chakra might need a little healing, okay? That's typically where that energy stems from. Especially since it's negative energy. If you've been around negative energy that ties in with your sacral chakra, any kind of soul tie like that. And we have soul ties not just with people we've been romantic with or sexual with, but also like parents too. We have really strong soul ties to our mothers because we were in their wombs, right? Okay. Or anyone that raised you, for example. Anybody that's been in your aura long enough, nurturing the situation, yeah. So that might indicate that you might need to cleanse that sucker out really good and get it protected as well. And then that stuff's also increasing as well. So you're going to be more, I get a sense that you're going to get more sensitivity with your sacral chakra. You might feel tingles, or I usually get some clairsentience and clairtangency down, in my lower chakras a lot. It's usually with my spine. And that's usually communication with higher self. So if you're getting that, that's why that's happening. That's not a medical thing. But double check anyway, okay? Make sure that, that kind of area is okay for you right now. That could also be an indication that you might want to get some stuff checked out, get a medical checkup as well. Make sure your body's on point, right? Be more earthy with it. Carnunos. There's a deep buildup of life force within you now and need to channel it into action. You may have extra energy or be more alert than usual. Be aware of a sense of increased sensual or sexual energy. If you've been unsure how this ties into your spiritual path, know that it can allow you to access the richness of your soul. You may want to look up Kundalini activation because that's what you could be experiencing as well. When we are not expressing ourselves sexually, our spiritual potential can become tamed or muted. So if you're denying yourself a desire, ask yourself how you can fulfill it. The sacral chakra also covers creativity, right? Ask Carnunos to help you access your sexual self so that you can express it with integrity and in a way that honors your soul. If you and your partner are trying for a child and this card appears, fertility is very possible. Oh, well, Bridget didn't come out. That's Carnunos' twin flame, okay? That's interesting that's mentioned right there in the extended message. So that might be significant to someone. I might be talking to a twin flame. All right. And that would probably explain the tingles, by the way that happens. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, this is all about transmutation as well, okay? Saint Germain is the carrier of the violet flame, a visualization technique as well. So whenever I see him around, I'm like, okay, we need to go more deeply connected. We might have to cleanse some energy and transmute some of the denser stuff to lighter, okay? Number 27, Ascended Master Saint Germain, and Amethyst. A very helpful tool is Amethyst. Spiritual connection. It's also really good for your dreams too. Amethyst, protecting all that. Your crown and your third eye is going to love you for it. I also use lavender, which is what this bundle is. All right. We bring you the blessing of spiritual connection. There are times on your life path when you will feel alone. If you are working on an issue or going through a challenging time and don't feel particularly supported or that others understand, which I was there, I totally understand that one. Even though they may love you, then that sense of loneliness may increase for a time because you just end up feeling weird and left out. And of course, I would have to mention persona non grata, right? Because usually in those beginning stages of awakening, you just feel like you're going crazy and no one will understand you, and you start talking about stuff and what you're experiencing, and they just look at you like you're speaking Swahili. or they think you've just gone nuts and try to avoid you. That happened a lot in the first 4 months of 2021 for me. Or perhaps you wonder if you are as spiritually connected as you could be. Perhaps you have been asking for confirmation of your divine connection, or for some sort of sign that you think you might be that you think might be divine guidance is genuine. So you might doubt things, okay? I'm really getting void stage vibes with this. Possible rebirth as well. And I forget the stage before void that I experienced. Not everybody experiences them in the same order. Sometimes it's random, jumbled up. So you might be going through that stage. Okay, you might want to read up on that. This oracle comes with a message. You are capable of conscious spiritual connection, and that connection is growing in power every time you talk to the universe through prayer or any act of devotion, okay? Any way of manifestation, putting that intention in, okay? Doesn't necessarily have to be prayer. It could be spiritual work. It could be mantras. It could be affirmations. It could be gratitude exercises. It could just be sitting outside and communing with Cernunnos over here. Just being the horned god out in the forest if you want, all right? It is a good time. I'm noticing a lot of nature-based stuff in all of these. So check all your other placements as well. I think it's because it's springtime, right? You're also at, excuse me, geez. You might want to clear out your throat chakra. That usually happens to me if that's the problem. You are also being asked to release any barriers around your heart and mind so you can allow the unconditionally loving voice of spirit to be heard in your heart and soothe your mind, right? There's no need to be afraid. Stay in your heart, okay? This is a good opportunity to transmute any of that negative energy as well. So when you see it pop up, you can kind of do some sort of transmutation practice. I like to use the Pillar of Light. It's a good mantra, a good verbal manifestation as well. It's kind of easy to remember after a few times of doing it. It becomes like second nature, like riding a bike. And then you can do it on the fly, right? You don't need anything special. You don't need to bring your amethyst with you, right? Or if you have trouble visualizing, you know, that's a good backup, right? You can do it all together if you want. All right, there you go. Hopefully that helps. Follow your other placements. Bye.